Rachel's with us in California. Hey, Rachel, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous but so excited.
Well, I'm honored to talk to you. How can we help?
I was calling, I had two questions. The first one is I'm going through financial peace alone right now. My husband doesn't want to go with me because he says that I'm the only one with money problems, and I was wondering how I can just get some advice on how to talk to him better, or just actually get on this plan together, because we are not. Yeah.
Well, going through Financial Peace University when you're married without your spouse is very dangerous because you will come to think of your husband as inept in the areas that you learn about and decide that you want to work on, because he is inept in those areas. And that's not a good thing for me to drive a wedge between you and your husband. So that bothers me. I'm a little worried about that. I'm also a little worried about a husband who would say something like that to his wife. If I said that to Sharon, like, you've got problems, I don't have problems, that wouldn't go well in a hillbilly household, I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd be as sweet about it as you were, because you just kind of wandered off to financial peace and went, well, okay. Sharon wouldn't have done that. It would have come out a little differently at our house. She's not a jerk, but she wouldn't react well to her husband treating her that way. So
Yeah,
how long you guys been married?
This will be our fourth anniversary, and we have two babies too. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, your husband does not know how to be married. That's our problem. Because when you get married, you join everything if you want a high-quality marriage. And so it is impossible for you to have money problems and him not. And so sending you to be fixed as if you're a car that needs to go to the garage and be tuned up is not very husbandly. So if he called me and told me he did that, I would call him a jerk to his face and tell him he needs to go learn how to go sit down with his pastor or with a good marriage counselor and learn how to work with his wife. Now, how can you handle that? I think we're going to have to break through his arrogance, because if there's financial problems in his house, under his roof, and he thinks that they're all someone else, he's arrogant because he's wrong. And so I don't know how to do this exactly, because right now I'm just kind of frustrated with him. I'm going to have to think about it a second. How old are you two?
I turned 31 today, and he is 34.
Okay. And so you got married about around the time he was 30. What's he do for a living?
He's a stay-at-home dad at the moment.
Okay. Well, that really adds to this equation, doesn't it?
Yeah. He's starting side hustles with selling food and doing other little side hustle things. It's just, yeah.
And what do you earn?
Just how to. I earn. You said earn?
Mm-hmm.
I earn 60. I'm a teacher. But I guess after taxes it would be 48,000 to 50.
All right. Well, I guess the way it would sound if we tried to do this a little more gently and a little less sarcastic or caustic than I was earlier, it might sound like this, okay? I talked to a financial coach, and he told me that almost 0% of couples that don't work together succeed financially. Almost 100% of the 10,000 millionaires that we researched that were married worked together with their spouse. Very seldom, it's almost never happens statistically, that two individuals that are married operate as two separate entities as if they're roommates instead of being married and become successful financially and build wealth. So running two different tracks inside the same marriage, inside the same household, does not lead to financial success. You follow me?
Yes.
And I think that's an important data point that is a fact, by the way. And so if we are going to be successful financially, we are going to have to work together. And even though you feel like you know all of this material, it would be good for our marriage and our relationship and increase our chances of winning with money if we were aligned on how we were going to go about it, and that would require you attend this class with me. And if he
Okay.
says no to that, then you need marriage counseling. You don't need Dave Ramsey. Okay?
Okay.
Is there other stuff going on in your marriage too?
Yeah. Yeah. Like when you say the, what is it, get married and the we, kind of realize that like that really hasn't happened yet.
I'm
And
sorry.
yeah,
Say that again.
there hasn't been like a we,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, there's not a
yeah.
y'all are still operating as two separate entities, and that's what allows him to think that you have a problem and he didn't have a problem because he doesn't see you as one. He sees you as two separate entities. And that's what I mean by
Yeah.
he's off base on his understanding of how marriage relationships work. They just don't work that way. And that's not to say that you can't be all you can be as a professional young woman, and he can't be all he can be as an independent professional young man. That's fine. That's not the point. The point is when we're married, we become one. And so that's what you guys have to work on. So I would work on your marriage more than I would work on your money, and I think you'll then lead back to going through Financial Peace University together. But I'm afraid if you go over there and learn a whole bunch of right things and he doesn't agree with those, that it's going to cause you to disrespect him even more. And I don't want that for you. I want you guys to get on the same page, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, kiddo. You're going to be all right. But you do seek some help with your marriage. By the way, there's no shame in that. People who don't need help with their marriage haven't been married very long. Sharon and I about killed each other for a period of time there. It was rough. Our marriage counselor wore a uh, referee's shirt and a whistle. I mean, it was bad. And that was after bankruptcy. But anyway, woo. And during bankruptcy, we about killed each other, too. She thought I was an idiot because I was, and I didn't like being called an idiot, especially when it was right. And so it didn't go well around our house. And we've had to learn how to live together, learn how to be married, and it's a just raising kids. They don't come with a manual. You got to learn how to be a parent. You got to read Meg Meeker. If you're gonna be married, you have to read people like Les Parrott and Emerson Eggerichs, and Love and Respect is a great one for you to read. By the way, that'd be a great one for you to pick up and read right now, Rachel.